We got junior Yamia Johnson join us. Yamia, just start off just your general thought on today's game.
I feel like we came out pretty rough and we tried to pick it up when it was too late. But I feel like once we did get going, we gave it all we could give it. But we just had a rough start.
Was there something particular in the start that didn't go well, that is just not executing, shots just not falling, just the reason that you sort of got behind early?
Yes, sir. Just shots not falling and just not stopping the key players.
But then talk a little bit about what kind of adjustments did you all make then to get back in the game when you surged in the second half?
We tried to go like a box of one on Brock and just blowing up the handoff on her. And we told our people to shoot with confidence and crash the boards if shots not going down for us, just to get second chances.
And then for you, you hit 4 7 threes. What were you seeing then when you sort of got in the offensive flow?
Once I got going, it's pretty hard to stop me. But unfortunately, that wasn't enough to get us to win.
Now you all did not come out on top, but do you have a thought about maybe this is a season like no other? Just getting to this point in the season and completing it, and just how you felt the whole year went.
I felt like it was a pretty decent year. We didn't get what we wanted at the end, which was a ring, but we're going to use this off time to come back stronger and just work on things we need to do to get better, to help the team out as a whole.
That's all the questions we have for you. Thank you, Yamia, for joining us.
Mhm.
We'll go to Coach Pietri here in 1 second. All right, Coach, before we get into any questions, you'll start us off with a general thought on today's game.
First thing, I'd like to, say how much respect I have for Kim Roseman and her team and her players at Tennessee Tech. I have the highest level of respect for Kim, and I have the highest level of respect for that senior class, Brock Brady, Mackenzie Coleman, Clark. All those kids are they're really good players. And listen, they coached better than we did today. They played better than we did today. Pretty much it's as simple as that. So I told our team before the game, there's two good teams playing. A good team's going to win, and a good team's not. I think we're a good team. We weren't good enough today.
So as we asked Yamia, you fell down early. Was there any reason that you got in that deficit early on?
Yeah, the reason is honestly their team was functioning at a higher level than we were. Period. The end. They were functioning with a different level of desire, a different level of focus than our team was. They were making difficult guarded plays. We couldn't make open ones. They started out man-to-man. They had problems guarding us, and so they went right to a zone. And so we had some solid open perimeter looks from different people, not our primary people, unless people we have confidence in, and they couldn't make the plays. And while we weren't making plays, they were. Most of the plays they were making were difficult. It was Brady and Brock primarily. We did a terrible job with Brady early. We just let her do work downhill, and we're a team who does guard. We have some philosophies in how we defend, and we do want to cover up the three-point line, but we also don't want to stand there and just watch somebody go to work inside. And Brady just kept twisting and turning and up and under and everybody just stood and watched on the perimeter. And so that's why they're a hard team to play against, because they have kids who can take advantage of you at the rim, and they have kids that can shoot threes. And so they're a hard team to play against. They're a very good offensive team. And so, but nonetheless, we still could have had some more activity. We just didn't. We were just, And I can't explain that. I have no explanation for that. I have no explanation for why our team, other than the fact that they have, their three senior starters are all Brock's two-time All-Conference, Brady's two-time All-Conference. Coleman was all newcomer her freshman year and has always functioned at a high level, and it's their fourth year. And last year they had a game in here that I know they thought they should have won, and they're coming in here. They're trying to learn from their experience. We don't have the same level of experience on our team, and we don't have the same level of decorated player that they have on their team. And so we have to win as a unit, and because they have more decorated players than we do, and our unit just didn't function well enough. When we played them at our place back in late January, we functioned well enough as a unit to beat them. Today, we just didn't function well enough as a unit.
But then your team obviously didn't give up, and you got back into the game, and you made it a game in the second half. So what was the difference there?
Well, I think honestly, it was a different level of energy. It was a different level of focus. It was a different level of desire. And so as a result, we fought, our tails off. And I give our critics, had we started the game with that kind of focus and that intensity, maybe the things would have been different, but we didn't. But our kids deserve a lot of credit for the way that they fought to start the second half and get us back into it. And then I take the blame. We are a team all year that's relied on our bench to spell us. And so we have fresh people, and we made some substitutions in there and to start the fourth quarter to give our starting crew, a couple of minutes of break because, with the pace that we were trying to play with, I knew we weren't going to have enough left in the tank. And I stuck with that group too long, and we went from being in the game to out of the game really quick. And so that's on me. That's on me for not having the sensitivity to recognize that I needed to change it back faster than I did. So the coach screwed that one up. So the coach is going to take all the responsibility for that.
Can you talk a little bit about Yamia then and how she played and what she did good for you today?
Yeah, I thought Yamia delivered on the offensive end, no doubt about it. And, frequently delivered, I thought delivered decently defensively, but she definitely delivered. There's no question about that. I mean, I didn't even realize it. I'm just looking at that. She had 25 on 8 of 17. So she delivered, and that's with them knowing that she's our best offensive player, so it wasn't like they didn't know it. But she was able to get off and so good for her. We just we didn't have enough others, but that honestly, the bigger problem was we just couldn't stop them. I mean, that's the bigger problem. We just absolutely positively couldn't stop them. And we take a lot of pride in our defense, and today our defense just flat out wasn't good enough.
How would you recap the season as a whole then, since it was such a different type of season with everything everybody had to go through?
Right. Listen, I could talk all day about the COVID stuff and about our team getting shut down, which, anyway. But in terms of just looking at the hard facts of the year and the results, in terms of just looking at the results, we had a good year. We end up 15-9, 12-7 in the league. We finished 4th out of 12, and what is a very good league? Listen, the OVC this is the best the OVC has been since I've been in the league, and I've been in the league 8 years. My first year in this league, 13-14 season, the OVC was ranked 29th out of 32 Division I conferences, and I think last time I checked, I think we're 16th this year. We had 7 teams. Our top 7 teams were in the top 160, so top half of the country. Heck, even last year we finished 5th. And I think we were ranked 212. This year, our 7th team was at 160. So, and our 8th team was just over 200. So, and our 8th team is really good, by the way. So this is the best top to bottom the OVC's been since I've been in it. And so we had to fight tooth and nail every night. And so, I got a lot of pride in the fact that we were able to win 12 games and finish 4th, legitimately 4th. So it was a good year. Is it a great year? No. A great year is when you finish top 2, 3, and when you get to the semifinals or championship of a conference tournament or win it. That's when you can say great. This wasn't a great year. It was a good year. So we'll take a good year and we'll move forward, and we'll see if we can do better next year.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.